let's recap on variables and printing in Python. So here's a script that I have already written, and you can see in line 5 here, I have created a variable called current age, and I'm using the camel case naming convention to name my variables. Now there are some rules when it comes to naming variables in Python. For example, they can't start with a number, they can't have spaces, and it's very worthwhile giving your variables a sensible name. So if, for example, if you're storing a variable to store your age, you might want to call it current age or my current age or something like that. So often the names of variables are made up of sort of words joined together. Here, for example, in line 12, you see I have created a variable called years to retirement. So it's sort of 3 words joined together. So because you can't have spaces, a lot of programmers would use camel case naming. So the second and subsequent words in the variable name, they make the first letter of those words capital. So you can see the T and the of to and the R in retirement. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what you name your variables, but it certainly is good practice to give them sensible names, and will help you an awful lot when as your programs get more and more complicated. So there in line 5, I've created a variable and I've called it current age, and I've put it equal to the value 34. So again, think of a variable like a box that has a label on it, and this box is the name on the label, and this box is current age, and the box can hold some value. So here it's holding a number. It's actually holding an integer number, that is a number that doesn't have a decimal point in it. So it's holding the value 34. Here I'm creating another variable, and it's called retirement age, and I'm putting the value 65 into it. And of course, the value inside in these boxes can vary. That's why they're called variables, and we'll see how we can change them later. So this is my current age. I'm currently 34, and I'm hoping that I'll retire when I'm 65. So that's my retirement age. So I want to figure out how many years I have left until retirement. So I create a third variable called years to retirement, and I do a little mathematical calculation, and I take the retirement age and I subtract current age from it. So I'm taking 2 variables and I'm subtracting them. Now what's actually happening, of course, is you're taking the values of those 2 variables. So you're taking the value that's in retirement age, which is 65, and you're subtracting the value that's in current age, which is 34, from it. And you're taking the answer and you're putting it into a new box, a new variable called years to retirement. So now you have 3 variables. So now I'm going in line 16, I'm using the inbuilt Python function called print to print out a message. So when you're printing out a message, you put it between quotes. Now you can use either double quotes, like I have done here, or you could have used single quotes like this quote here. And then you put in the sentence that you want printed out. So these sentences are called strings because they're actually strings of characters. Each one of these is a character, a T, a H, a E, that's even a space character. So they call them a string. It's a string of characters. So if you wanted to print out a string, you just put all put your sentence within quotes and use the print function to do it, just like I have done there. Here in line 20, you can see I'm printing out and I'm giving the function. So this is a function. A function is like a command. So Python comes with an inbuilt function, comes with lots of inbuilt functions, but one of the inbuilt functions that Python comes with is the print function. And you can give the function something, and the function will do something for you. So you're telling Python, or you're asking Python, will you please print this for me? And here you're passing it in this string, and it's going to print it out on the screen. Here I'm passing in a variable. Notice I haven't put it in quotes. Now Python won't print out the word years to retirement, but it will actually print out the value that's in the variable. So let's see all of this in action. So when I hit run, you can... It happened very, very quickly, and you can see Python printed out the following is the number of years until your retirement. So that was line 16 in action. And then line 20 was printing out the value that was in this variable years to retirement, which of course was 65 minus 34, which is 31. So there you go. There's variables and how to use the print function in Python, at least how to start to use the print function in Python.